Hello everybody, and welcome to Allie and CoCo's HALLOW-WEEEEIRD. Hey, very funny, Miss Coco. No, in honor of today being Halloween and all things spooky, I thought it would be fun to focus on 5 organisms that I just find weird and spooky and kind of cool. Organisms are any living thing from a single-celled bacteria to a big blue whale and everything in between. There are so many weird organisms out there, but I'm only gonna have time for 5. And I tried to pick ones that kind of had like a Halloween theme. So let's do this. Buckle up, guys. Let's get started. The first organism we're gonna talk about is the Puffball Mushroom. Yeah, it doesn't sound scary, but it has a Halloween theme, I promise. So the Puffball Mushroom is a growth habit. It's basically a type of mushroom that grows in like a literal poof ball. They don't have any gills like you typically see on a mushroom, and they actually grow their spores inside their little poof ball bodies. 3 different genera can grow this way, but the one I want to focus on is Lycoperdon. Lyco meaning wolf, and perdon meaning to break wind. That's right. This is the wolf fart mushroom. I'm not joking. If you were to go up to one, you find one in the woods, you see a little poof ball, and you just give it a little squeeze, all those spores that are growing on the inside of the mushroom will poof out in a fart-like motion. Boom! A wolf fart. Poof! Like a werewolf. Anyway, they're edible, but they look like a couple of species that are very incredibly poisonous. So maybe don't eat mushrooms that you find in the woods until you know more about them. All right, let's move on to something that's a little more creature-like a monster. No, it's not an animal. It's a carnivorous plant. Not that one. This is Drosera, or the Sundews, and it is one of my favorite genera of plants. There are almost 200 species of Sundew, but because they're found all around the world and have different ecosystems that they reside in, they all look super different. They have a very diverse look. So what's so special about these plants, huh? Well, they have these glandular tentacles that are all over the surface of the leaf. And these tentacles, they produce a sweet mucilage that, yes, you're right, they attract more insects with that sweet smell. Not only does this mucilage attract unsuspecting insects that might land on it, but it also kind of suffocates the insect. Sweet, right? Not only that, some species can sense when something touches onto one of the tentacles, and it will actually move and wrap up that insect. I'm not kidding. And that will help the digestion process. After the insect is dead, the plant produces all these different enzymes that will help break down the insect into an insect soup. And then it breaks down the nutrients into something usable for the plant. It's so cool. What's our third Hallow-Weird? I want to talk about sharks. No, Coco, I love sharks. I think they're so awesome for the ecosystem. We gotta save the sharks. But I'm talking about an extinct shark, and it's a little spooky looking. But to check it out, we gotta go back in time. Ready? All right, we are in the Permian period, about 290 million years in the Earth's past. And no, we're not here to see the megalodon. I know what you're thinking. We're here to see the Helicoprion. This is when Helicoprion first swam the Earth's oceans. And this Hallow-Weird is a little misleading because I was trying to be like, oh, skeletons, but sharks are cartilaginous fish, and cartilage doesn't fossilize well, which is why you don't see a lot of shark fossils. Very rarely do you see them, and it's pretty crazy when you do. You usually see the teeth. Hold on to that thought. This genus of shark is very mysterious. What they did find from the shark is like a ring of outward-facing teeth called a tooth whorl. And at the time, because we didn't have any other fossilized parts, scientists had no idea where to put this tooth whorl. They put it like on the rostrum, on like where the shark's nose would be if they had a nose. However, a rare discovery from a similar species in a different genus, Ornithoprion, helped scientists place that tooth whorl on the lower jaw, right down here. Which is not at all comforting when you look at it. Like, I don't want to be swimming whether the whorl is on their rostrum or their lower jaw. I don't know. I'm a horrible swimmer. I don't know if I want to be in the water with one of those. But no matter what, it is freaky looking. Continuing on with the mystery, where that whorl goes is an ongoing debate on where it might be placed within the jaw. So there are tons of different artist renditions of it, which are kind of fun to see. HALLOW-WEEERIRD number 4. And yes, it's another plant. I love plants, so sue me. Stapelia is a genus of succulent. And yes, we all love succulents. Succulents are very popular right now, and they're just super cool plants with cool adaptations. But what I want to talk about is their flowers. First off, their flowers look like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Very interesting. But the thing I love most about these flowers is that they smell like rotting hot garbage. That's right. Many of the species in Stapelia create flowers that smell like rotting flesh. Now you might be wondering, why the heck would a plant adapt to smell like rotting flesh? That's just bizarre. A lot of times plants will create a scent to attract a pollinator. What kind of pollinator likes rotting flesh? That's right, flies. Stapelia is pollinated by flies, and they attract those flies with their nasty rotting flesh smelling flowers. And I can tell you these flowers smell atrocious from personal experience. Here's a photo. I know it's blurry, but here's a photo of me in Madagascar. I knew this flower was gonna smell bad going into it, but I wanted to smell it for science. And here's me cracking up because in the moment I said, and I quote, "This smells like a dumpster of rotting flesh set on fire." Poetry. Stapelia is HALLOW-WEEERIRD. And finally, we couldn't end today without something truly spooktacular. It's Ophiocordyceps, or the zombie ant fungus. Just as their name suggests, this fungi will infect a species of ant and completely change its behavior, take over its body like it's in a trance. It's spooky. Rather than doing their normal ant duties, they'll leave the colony, climb up to the perfect location that this fungus can grow. Maybe it needs more humidity, more sunlight. It'll crawl up to the underside of a leaf, grab on with its mandibles, and wait to die. Spooky. And then what happens? The fungus grows right out of the body of the ant and starts fruiting, releasing its spores, infecting the next ants. It's amazing what millions of years of evolution will make. It's HALLOW-WEEERIRD. So these are my 5 HALLOW-WEEERIDs, but for the question of the week, I want to know, what organisms or things in science do you find completely bizarre? What are your HALLOW-WEEERIDs? Tell me in the comments below, and give this video a thumbs up if you love spooky puppies or you learned something new. And go ahead, hit that subscribe button to follow for more adventures. Check out some of our social media, and we will see you again next time. Have a happy Halloween. Bye.